Light machine guns are arguably the most powerful type of weapon to use in zombies, but which 5 stand out above the rest? Let's take a look. Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In this video we're going to be counting down the top 5 best LMGs to use in World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now I'm not going to be assessing how these guns are when they're pack-a-punched, it's just going to be purely on how they are when you buy them off the wall or whenever you get them inside the mystery box. So with that clarified, let's move on to the list. And coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the RPK from Black Ops 1 Zombies. Now this is one of a potential 2 LMGs available on Black Ops 1 Zombies, the other one of course being the HK21, and the RPK is one of those guns which I think is overlooked. People always seem to go for the HK21 on this game, and I have previously explained in another video why I think the RPK is better. The RPK comes with 100 bullets per magazine and 400 in the reserve ammo, so you get 500 shots in total, which is plenty of ammo. Ammo is never an issue with LMGs normally, and you know the RPK is no exception to that. It's got a pretty steady rate of fire. It's quite easy to control the recoil. There's not a lot of recoil with the RPK. The iron sights are very clean. I love the iron sights on the RPK. I think that's a big factor when it comes to guns. If you've got, ugly iron sights, then, it can put you off. But the RPK, there's limited sort of, there's not a lot of stuff in the way, if that makes sense, on the iron sight. So it's very easy when you're trying to get headshots on zombies. It's only available from the mystery box. You can't buy it off the wall. And I just think it's an all-around just solid weapon. I think it's available on all maps, Kinder to Toten 5, Ascension, Shangri-La, Call of the Dead and Moon. I think it's available on all maps out of the mystery box. And yeah, it's, as I said, just an all-round just solid weapon. The reason why it's number 5 is because the damage is, it's okay. It's not one of those guns that's renowned to be really powerful, but I think overall there's no areas where I think it's bad. I just think the damage could be a bit better, and if the damage was better, it probably wouldn't have been a bit higher up on the list. But overall, I still think it's a really good gun, good LMG, very solid, and I'm always more than happy to pick it up out of the box. So it comes in at the number 5 spot. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the MG08 from Origins. Now, I'm going to make a slight confession with this. I never really used this gun, and that's because I never really played Origins. But that doesn't mean to say that I don't appreciate how powerful this is. So this is an LMG, of course, only available from the mystery box on Origins. It comes with 100 bullets per magazine with 400 in the reserve ammo, so it's got the exact same ammo as the RPK, as we just mentioned. And to be fair, it's very similar to the RPK in terms of it's got little recoil. If you see it in this clip here, when I'm shooting, there's not much recoil at all. You can very easily control it. The reload speed is quite fast too for an LMG. You get some weapons out there like say the Browning from World at War, and it's a very long reload speed, but the reload time for the MG08 is pretty it's pretty quick. You don't necessarily need to buy speed cola. But I mean, I tend to just live with it. I don't think you really need speed cola if you're using this gun. It comes in at number 4 because with the map that it's on, obviously Origins, you got lots of thick mud, and there's areas on the map where you can't move as quick. And of course, when you've got an LMG, that doesn't help, does it? So I mean, the map it's on doesn't help, but the gun itself is very good. As I said, 100 bullets per magazine, you get 500 shots in total, and again, like the RPK, the iron sights, there's nothing wrong with them. They're very clear iron sights. There's perfectly good vision, very easy to get headshots, which is why I think it's very similar to the RPK. But overall, very powerful, decent rate of fire. You can easily just tear through big hordes of zombies. If it wasn't available on Origins, if it was available on other maps, it might have been higher up on the list. But as it's on Origins, I didn't really play Origins that much. I didn't use this gun as much as the others, so maybe it's because I didn't use it. I don't think it's as good, but still, it is a very, very good weapon, and it's got to come in on the list, so it comes in at the number 4 spot. Moving on to the number 3 spot, we have the hammer from Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now the hammer, very, very good. Start off, very powerful, very, very powerful gun, but the drawback with the hammer is the recoil. When the game first came out back in 2012, there was no recoil on the hammer. It was the most ridiculously powerful LMG on the game in terms of, when it comes to zombies. The RPD was the same as well. There was no recoil on either of the guns. But then they made an update shortly after where they, for some reason, put on a shit ton of recoil on the hammer. You see there, I'll fire like 3 bullets and the gun just flings up in the air, which is the only really real drawback for the hammer. And I was tossing up whether to put the hammer at number 4 and the MG08 at number 3, but in the end I've just decided that the hammer is just that extra bit better. But the hammer comes with 125 bullets per magazine, so you get an extra 25 shots, and it comes with 375 in the reserve ammo, so you get a bit more sort of ammo per magazine with the hammer. Reload speed is okay, just flips, releases one mag and puts another one in. It's not belt fed, it's magazine fed, so that makes for faster reloads. Iron sights, they're okay. They're not as good as the RPK or the MG08, I don't think, but they're bearable, aren't they? I mean, let's be honest. The hammer is only available out of the mystery box, not available off the wall. Same with the MG08 and the RPK. But yeah, it's just, I think it's available on all maps as well. So you will get it on most games. If you hit the box a few times, every now and then the hammer will sort of pop up. So the availability is not bad. But yeah, there's not really much more I can say really. It's better than the RPD, and people I think understand that. People always tend to go for the hammer, and I do agree with them. The hammer is better than the RPD. Obviously, with it being an LMG, the mobility is low, but that's a trait across all LMGs, not just the hammer. But overall, just solid gun, absolutely just crushes zombies. Very good headshot multiplier. Rate of fire is okay, but I will say quickly, with the hammer, the first few shots are they're a little bit quicker than the others, similar to the AN94. So if if there's like one zombie in front of you, you can quickly sort of disperse them by flinging two or three quick shots, and then you can sort of get around them. And also with the hammer, if you hold down the the trigger and just full auto, after I think it's 5 seconds, the recoil stops completely, and then it's just steady. So you could maybe use that to your advantage, but 9 times out of 10 you won't really get to that point. But still, saying that, very strong weapon, and it comes in at the number 3 spot. Moving on to number 2, we have the MG42 from World at War Zombies. Now, I'm sure you were all waiting for this gun to pop up. Wow, what an absolute beast the MG42 is. 125 bullets per magazine, same as the hammer, but you get 500 in the reserve ammo. So that's an extra 125 shots over the hammer. And wow, I mean, Jesus Christ, this gun absolutely just shreds into the zombies. I mean, it's one of, I think there's 4 LMGs on World at War Zombies. You've got the MG Browning, FG42 and the Bar. I believe they're the only 4 available on World at War. And the MG is the best by quite some distance. The Browning is good, don't get me wrong, but the MG, there's no gun that can really compare to it, I don't think anyway. Rate of fire, it's rapid rate of fire. It absolutely just rips into the zombies. The reload speed as well is great. It's just one magazine out, new magazine in, and I mean, everyone knows by now, of course, World at War's been out for quite a long time now. Everyone understands and appreciates how powerful the MG42 is. It's available on all 4 maps: Naxxon-Toten, Vruk, Chinuma and Deriz, and it's only available off the out the mystery box. Sorry, you can't get it off the wall, but I mean, it is an incredible weapon. Headshot multiplier is great, damage is really good too, and whenever you get it in the box, you always feel like that, you're sort of not invincible, but you feel that you're pretty hard to sort of take down when you've got the MG42 in your hands. And then whenever you get it in the mystery box, you're more than happy to pick it up. And overall, it's an absolute beast of a gun, so it's got to come in at the number 2 spot. And coming in at the #1 spot for the best LMG in Zombies, we have the Alsat from Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now, the Alsat is a wall weapon and a box weapon. It's only good on this list, which you can buy off the wall, and it costs 2,000 points, which is very generous. I think 2,000 points for the Alsat is an absolute bargain. 100 bullets per magazine and 400 in the reserve ammo, so that's sort of the standard ammo capacity for a lot of the LMGs on these games. And I mean, I have explained in a previous video why the Alsat is one of the best guns in Zombies history, from World War up to Black Ops 2. I mean, where do we start with it? We got, you know, the damage, we've got the rate of fire, we've got the iron sights, we've got the accuracy. The downside, the reload speed for the Alsat is quite slow. It is, you know, it's belt fed, so the reload speed is very slow. You do realistically need to buy speed cola if you're using this weapon, which is the only real sort of drawback to it. I mean, everything else for the Alsat is just absolutely amazing. In this clip here, all you got to do is just watch the clip, and you can see how easy the zombies just get, you know, sort of killed, because the Alsat, it just rips into them. Look, it is absolutely incredible. There's virtually no recoil with the Alsat. There's literally none at all. So that makes headshots, you know, that extra bit easier. Now, when I say it's a wall weapon, you can buy it off the wall, but you can't really buy ammo for it unless you get the wonder weapon, which is the paralyzer, and then sort of like fling yourself up and buy ammo. It's a really awkward thing to do, to buy ammo. And obviously they did that because if you could buy ammo off the wall normally with the Alsat, then it would, you know, just be ridiculously overpowered. But you can still buy ammo with it, for it, sorry. So, you know, overall, it is just absolutely incredible weapon, and I'm so happy that they did make it available to buy off the wall instead of out of the mystery box. You can get it on Mob of the Dead as well, but it's only available from the box there. But overall, an absolutely just fantastic weapon. It is really, really good, and I would seriously recommend, you know, if you want to get to a good level on Buried, buy it off the wall, pack a bunch it, and just camp by Juggernaut, where I was in that just a minute ago. Camp in there, the pack a bunch Alsat, you know, you can't really go wrong. So it's got to come in. It has to come in at the #1 spot. So thank you for watching this video. Please remember to subscribe and hit the like button as well. It's of course always greatly appreciated. And leave your thoughts down below in the comment section of what your top 5 LMGs are to use in Nazi Zombies. And also, just lastly, if you haven't already, please make sure that you check out some of my other videos. I have done an entire playlist based on different top 5 zombies lists, so please make sure that you check them out as well. So thank you again for watching, and I will be back soon with another video. Goodbye.